What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our playoffs parts for the IPL. Today we are facing off against Dolphin Squared, who was our opponent in Week 1, and I actually brought the exact same team that I brought last time. Like, no changes at all. So if you guys did not watch part 1, which I highly suggest you do because we ended up doing very well for ourselves. So we actually brought the Nidoking, which is Life Orb. We have an Agua Berry Tapu Fini, which is meant to handle the Darmanitan because that thing is such a huge threat. We have an Impish Natured Mega Scizor. We have the Hawlucha here, which is Misty Seed. And then we have our Celebi, which is leftovers, of course, it's special defensive. And then we have the Dragonium Z Salamence. Now, let's just get into it because this is it, guys. It's the playoffs. I'm going to see. Let me see. I think his team changed slightly. But he's got the Zygarde, Tangrowth, Primarina, Mandibuzz, Bronzong, Electivire, Mega Lopunny, Nihilego, Darmanitan, Slurpuff, and Miss Magius. So, let's do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to lead off here with my Tapu Fini as he leads off with his Nihilego. I led off my Tapu Fini predicting to lead off with Darmanitan. That's why I did that. So he ends up with the Tapu Fini and goes to Power Fire. As I stay in and go for the Surf, and that is a decent chunk of damage. Now I'm going to switch out into my Scizor here, predicting him to go for the Sludge Wave, which he actually does, and now I can Mega Evolve and go for the U-turn here. Now, this Bullet Punch, sorry. Now this first 3 turns went pretty much perfectly for me. The only thing that would have made it better was if I got the play writing with the U-turn there. But I switch out into my Tapu Fini, and I switch back now into my Mega Scizor as he sends in his Tangrowth. I'm going to now go for the U-turn here, and he sends in his Darmanitan. We're slowly chipping this thing down, which is good, and in comes the Tapu Fini, and I can now go for the Surf, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I'll go for the Surf, could be wrong. Do that? Surf, yeah, and we knock this thing down a decent amount, and he now goes to the Flamethrower. So that's a specially defensive, specially offensive Slurpuff, which is different than what I expected. I thought he was going to be the, what is it? Let me pause this. I thought he was going to be the, oh my god. I thought he was going to be the Belly Drum set, but he actually has the Endeavor, and the Endeavor is an awesome tech. It really brings down my my Pokemon, which is really smart of him. So, I go with my Nidoking, I take the Endeavor, and I'm going to go for the Flamethrower here, which is, I get a crit there, which is kind of nice, but I can go for the Ice Beam now, and the Ice Beam will finish off this Mandibuzz. So this Mandibuzz is gone, and I believe the the Flamethrower and the Ice Beam would have KO'd no matter what, but he goes to the U-turn here. I actually calc that we lived the U-turn, and I go for the Flamethrower on the Slurpuff. So, really big, really important. He goes into his Nihilego and kills us with the Power Fire. I'm revealing that he is actually Life Orb. So, he is Life Orb, and he has a speed boost. I can now go for the Bullet Punch, and we take out this thing. So, we've been getting these 50-50s all right, and that's very, very good, very useful. I'm going to switch out now into my Tapu Fini here on his Darmanitan, and Darmanitan goes to the Flare Blitz, doing a decent chunk of damage, but that puts us into Agua Berry range, and we get back our health, and he can now go into the Tangrowth, which will take very little damage from Surf. I wish I had the Nature's Madness here, but I don't. It's unfortunate, but whatever. He goes to the Earthquake here on my Celebi switching, and I can now go for, I believe, the Stealth Rocks. And Stealth Rocks are just going to be the way I'm going to end this game. Get rid of this Darmanitan as quickly as possible. We've got 2 switchings left. I got the Recover, of course, and I'm able to get back a ton of health. Power Fire does nothing, and at this point, guys, I can just go for the U-turn, switch out into something like my Salamence here, as he reveals to be the Power Ice, not Power Fire, which is different than what I thought it was going to be. And he crits us. The crit actually kind of mattered. It made the game very difficult. It could have actually cost me the game in the long run, which is very, very important. So I'm going to now go for the U-turn here on this Bronzong, and he is actually red card and brings me down to the Hawlucha. I have the U-turn on this thing as well, and I'm going to switch out now into my Scizor here as he goes to the Trick Room. So really cool on his part, but I can just stall this thing out. I have Roost, I have Swords Dance, I have all these different things. I don't actually know Swords Dance, I think I have Tailwind. But I'm going to go for the Swords Dance now, or the U-turn now actually, as he goes to the Trick Room. So very, very cool, and he's now going to go for the Explosion, and really nice, really important that he did that because he can now go into his Darmanitan. This might be able to take me out actually, but thankfully we lived this hit, and down goes the Darmanitan to the Surf, but in comes the Tangrowth, and Tangrowth will go down eventually. This thing is strong, this thing is bulky, but it's not that bulky that it can take on 4 members of my team by itself, because now I can just go straight into the Hawlucha, and Hawlucha does what it does best, and that is click Acrobatics and pick up a win. So, GG to Dolphin. We end up picking up a clean 3-0 win to advance to the finals of the IPL, sorry. Just one more win, and we can call ourselves champions. And I'm excited, guys. So, stay tuned because the finals will be coming up shortly. Alright guys, we are back, and here it is, the finals of the IPL. We are facing off against Phantom Base, yet another of the coaches that came in kind of at the beginning of the season. So we're playing against Phantom here, and Tyler I've known for a long time. He actually invited me to his league. I believe it was the what was it? Oh my god, it was the UPC. What is it? I think it was UPC. And we actually went to the finals the first time in that league. And now we're back in the finals again against Phantom this time. He's got a really good team. We actually played kind of quickly. We kind of said, all right, once your semifinal match ends, because his semifinal match took a long time after mine did. So I want to make sure that we could actually play on good terms and make sure everything was going on. And he said, yeah, we'll just play quickly after. We'll make quick teams, and that'll be it. So I said, okay, cool, no problem. So he brought the team. Oh, actually, I'll just post the. I'll talk about the team we brought and stuff. So let's see. The finals versus the New York Cosmogs. My opponent has a team of Thunderous Eye with Z-moves, Gliscor, Greninja, Delmise, Venomoth with Z-moves, which is such a huge threat, Piloswine, Mega Gallade, Infernape, Scizor, Noivern, and Comfey. We brought a team of Electros with the Assault Vest this week, Sassy Nature with 252 in HP, 52 in defense, and 204 in special defense. We have U-Turn, Hidden Power Ice, Discharge, and Flamethrower. We then have our Nidoking here, Choice Scarf, King James, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Thunderbolt, and Flamethrower. We then have an Assault Vest, Tapu Fini here, Ice Beam, Nature's Madness, Surf, and Hidden Power Fire. We have a very strange spread. Actually, it's not that strange. Not that strange. We have 236 in HP, 4 in defense, 252 in attack with a Modest Nature. Sorry, special attack with a Modest Nature. 4 in special defense, and 12 in speed. We then have Pedro's Bodyguard, our Hawlucha, Misty Seed, Acrobatics, High Jump Kick, Swords Dance, and Roost. We then have our Crimson Chin here, Mega Scizor, 140 HP, 252 attack with an Adamant Nature, 4 in defense, 108 in special defense, and 4 in speed. Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, and Roost. We then have our Yachi Berry, Salamence with the Intimidate, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Fire Fang, with 68 in HP, 252 in attack, 4 defense, 4 special defense, and 180 speed. This is it, guys. This is the battle, the final battle of the IPL, the final part of the movie long series. Now, let's do it. I'm going to lead off with my Tapu Fini right here, as I have the Nature's Madness, and this is why I usually don't prep in 5 minutes, because I don't have the Moonblast on this thing. I have Nature's Madness. So, yeah, awesome sprite for Mega Gallade, by the way. I don't know why, it just looks so clean. Anyways, so I'm going to go for the Nature's Madness here. He sends out his Gliscor here, and that does a clean 49% to him as he gets his Toxic Orb off. I'm going to go for the Ice Beam now as he switches out into, or Nature's Madness again, sorry, as he goes into his Thunderous. I'm going to click the, I'm going to switch out now into my Electros, and I have the U-Turn, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have that? Yeah, the U-Turn here as he goes into his Gliscor, and I switch up back into my Tapu Fini as he gets some Poison Heal damage off. I can now go for the Ice Beam here as he actually goes for the Roost there, removing his Flying typing. So we're actually winning this battle here, which is very important. I really want to make sure that we win the battle of the Ice Beam. The reason I switch out now into my Scizor is because I didn't want him to have the Toxic. That would have really screwed over my plans. So I'm going to Mega Evolve here, and I'm going to go for the U-Turn. But he has the freaking Fire Fang. So, holy shit. That's a really big deal because that thing's helping me out with a lot of things, the Scizor. So I'm going to go back into my Tapu Fini as he switches out into Thunderous, but I have the Ice Beam, and down goes his Thunderous. Now I'm going to pause it here because that Thunderous was such a huge threat to my team. It really was. It was an incredible threat. I actually brought the Electros pretty much just for the Thunderous. And the fact that I went down turn 8 is amazing, but it makes my Electros very expendable. So I gotta be very careful the way I play around that and use it as my sack if needed. Moving on though, he sends out his Venomoth here. I'm afraid of the Sludge Bomb because this thing is very powerful. And he goes to the Quiver Dance. I'm like, well, shit. He's now going to go for the Substitute. I'm like, okay, this kind of sucks, but I have the Discharge. Discharge is able to beat this thing. And I'm now going to go for the Discharge again, or the U-Turn actually. I go for the U-Turn now as he switches out into his Gliscor, and I go into my Tapu Fini. And I'm again worried about the terrain, but I go for the Ice Beam here on the incoming Gallade. And I'm going to go now and switch out into my Electros as he goes for the Zen Headbutt here, doing just about half to my Electros. But I have the U-Turn here, and U-Turn crit and broke his sub. That's a very big deal because we wouldn't have broken the sub that way. So very important that we got that crit. Anyways, I go for the Surf here. We knock down this thing to 9%. I can switch out now into my Electros as he goes to the Zen Headbutt, and I'm basically just sacking this thing off because I really don't need it at this point, and I need my Tapu Fini to have more health to deal with the Venomoth, to deal with the Greninja. So I go into my Nidoking, click the Choice Scarf Ice Beam, and we take that thing down. In comes the Venomoth though, and I go for the Ice Beam here, and we knock this down to 40% as he goes to the Quiver Dance here. I'm like, okay, he's gonna outspeed me now. All right, no problem. I go for the Ice Beam here as he clicks Sub. I'm like, okay, please break. I break the Sub, awesome. Now he gets to 27%. You can go for Sub one more time. I go for the Ice Beam and I win the speed tie. So I'm gonna pause that. So we had the exact same speed. It turns out he was speed creeping my Nidoking, speed creeping something else. But I just sped crept a max speed or min speed Venomoth or something like that. So I actually ended up outspeeding this thing, which is incredible. It's like just wow. So we got the perfect speed tie. So basically, had we not gotten that speed tie, he might have been he probably would not have been able to set up a sub, but he would have been able to go for Roost, because he had a Roost on his side. I believe Bug Buzz was his only offensive attack. So yeah. But anyways, he goes into his Piloswine here. I'm going to switch out now, and I go into my Tapu Fini here. We can take anything this wants to go for. As he goes for the Earthquake, that does 38%, which is more than I expected, but still, I go for the Surf, doing a lot of damage to this thing, as he finishes off with the Earthquake. I probably should have kept this thing alive for the Greninja, but it's neither here nor there. I send in my Hawlucha. I'm going to click the Acrobatics, I believe. Jump Kick, actually, my bad. And this thing is such a big problem, this Gliscor. I'm going to click the Swords Dance now, as he'll end up being able to go for the Ice Fang. And Ice Fang does boku damage, a lot of damage. 36% after the crit, and I go with the Roost now. We're not weak to this thing anymore, and Ice Fang, Jesus, Ice Fang does nothing. I go for the Swords Dance, I'm at +4 now. He goes to the Ice Fang. I live that hit, and I'm going to go for the Roost one more time, as he ends up firing off the Earthquake here. So great play on his part, and that is over half. I'm going to go for the Roost one more time, as he ends up going for the Ice Fang here. A lot of 50-50s involved, but I'm going to go for the Acrobatics here right now, and because we should be able to take out the Gliscor from that range. So Greninja comes in, he goes to the Water Shuriken. I have that +1 special defense. He gets only 2 hits of Ice School, was it Water Shuriken? But he needed all 5 to land and hit. So he needed all 5 to win the game, basically. And instead, he only ended up getting 2, so that's unfortunate. But that basically means he sends in his Gligar, and well, just like that, Hawlucha picks up the kill, and we become champions for the first time. I'm so happy, I'm elated, I'm really happy that we ended up picking up this win, guys. I'm really happy that we did amazing this season. I kind of joined the league as just like, oh, you know what, I just want to try out some cool new things, might as well test it out. And we ended up picking up the title. And honestly, I'm so happy. It doesn't matter to me that's not an upload required league. I want to share this with you guys. And honestly, had I won or lost the playoffs, the finals, I would have definitely uploaded this, because I was so happy with how I did throughout the entire course of the season, picking up only 1 loss, and that 1 loss came with a -1 differential. So we basically had almost a perfect run. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this series, if you enjoyed the movie-like format, let me know. If you guys didn't, okay, let me know as well. I recorded these all in bulk. Like, literally, I'm just, like, in bed recording one after the other. So, if you guys have a problem with that, let me know, and I will change my mind if I do any other non-upload required leagues, and I will upload them week by week. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you enjoyed it, leave a like. Leave a like for us becoming champions, guys. Like, finally. Anyways, so leave a like for that. Comment what your favorite part of the season was. Comment who you thought was the MVP of this entire season. Was it the Fini? Was it the Scizor, Nidoking, Electros, Salamence, Hawlucha with just endless sweeps, the Steelix, the Arcanine, Ditto, Alolan Persian with that 6-0, or the Celebi? I believe I actually have some random, I'm going to try and find it. I think I have a screenshot of a bunch of stats that we had. Let's see if I can find it. I know I have it somewhere on my desktop here. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so let's see. Tapu Fini with 6 kills, 3 deaths in 6 games. We then have our Hawlucha, 11 kills, 3 deaths, +8 differential in 7 games. This is only the regular season, by the way. Mega Scizor with only 1 kill in the regular season, just 1, and 2 deaths. Our Nidoking, 6 kills, 3 deaths. Ditto had 0 and 0. Then we had Arcanine, 1 kill, 1 death in 2 games. We had Persian with 9 kills, 0 deaths in 2 games. We then had Celebi, 1 kill, 2 deaths in 3 games. We had Salamence, 9 kills, 1 death in 5 games. Sorry. Then Electros, 3 kills, 2 deaths in 6 games, and Steelix with 0 kills, 1 death. Virtola, 47 kills, 18 deaths, +29 differential. And yeah, guys, 7-1 +29 with the championship. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being part of the ocean. And I will see you all next time.